Most of the people think that facility management is just about housekeeping or it's just about cleaning.
ये सबसे बड़ा मिसकंसेप्शन है. वी आर चार्जिंग 25,000 फॉर अ हाउसकीपर. एम्प्लॉय के हाथ में तो 15,000 ही आ रहा है. वी हैव डन अ लॉट ऑफ वर्क इनटू द बैंकिंग फाइनेंशियल स्पेस. यू विजिट एनी ब्रांच इन मुंबई, यू विजिट एनी ब्रांच लेट्स से इन गांधीधाम, you'll find the same experience. मुंबई 3.0 is defined in a way कि मुझे सेमीकंडक्टर्स के लिए और डेटा सेंटर्स के लिए वो सेटअप गवर्नमेंट प्लान कर रही है. If you name top 10 companies globally, I would say at least 5 or 6 of them are into our client list.
Welcome to another podcast of Marketing Crew. Today we have with us one of our oldest clients, Sarvesh Bhai, who has been working with us for a while now. And I have been following up with him for a long time to come on the podcast, but our schedules never met, but finally we are here today. And the reason why I always wanted to do this podcast is he works in one of those industries which is not a lot talked about, might not be the most glamorous, but in the back end is doing so many things that we don't even realize. And this industry is called facility management, and there is so much that comes with it. And today, Darvish bhai, I think we'll ask you some questions which can make us understand how this industry works, and also explain to us how exactly numbers, the reality of things, especially in a growing city like Mumbai, and you guys are all over the country as well. So how is that different? And what I'm also really looking forward to understanding is the work culture in your company, because I have been so always admired the way you treated your staff and the way, and I see that when I visit your office or when our team works with your team.
Yes.
And that's one of the things that we are continuously learning from you. So let's start with understanding, how did you get into facility management and how did AccuServe come about?
So my journey with AccuServe, we started AccuServe back in the year 2012. So I basically come from a business background. So अगर हमारे families में, हमारे cultures में, circles में अगर आप देखेंगे तो everybody is into manufacturing or into trading or into some sort of business. So we always had that kind of a connect. While we were dealing into construction supplies, we were dealing into materials related to housekeeping and all of that. We used to visit these offices of our clients, the corporate companies, multinational companies. We used to visit them. So predominantly our discussion happens with the admin team, who are supposed to be the buyers. While meeting them, while understanding with them, we were always, being a Gujarati, you're always curious कि ठीक है यार और क्या businesses आप देख रहे हो, what all portfolio you are handling, and what are your other expense heads. So that's how we realized that there is this particular space which has got a very good potential. The best part about facility management was that excited me during the initial days was that once your contract is finalized, you at least have a fixed revenue for, let's say, minimum a year, or let's say even that contract continues for 3 years, 5 years and so on. So that excited me initially a lot of, and that motivated us to get into this particular space. Initially we also had a very good support from our existing clients who happened to be our motivating factor, our role model, who helped us really well into setting up things right in its place during the initial days, and that's how the journey has started.
That's so beautiful, because you are one of those clients for us which helped us set up during our growth phase, and as it continues, we discovered a lot of our strengths while doing your work. And then even today when we want to show somebody what type of website we build and how detailed and how many different pages we have for a corporate B2B company, we always take your show your reference for closing clients.
Thank you very much, man.
That says a lot about the work we did together. And why don't you tell me a little about, for example, what are your potential clients? Like, what kind of people you deal with and what do you do for them exactly? Like, for somebody who has no idea about facility management.
So there are two questions that you have asked here. I would like to address the first question. So what will be an ideal client for AccuServe? So any company, so basically what is facility management? Facility management is basically about real estate maintenance. every organization has a particular purpose of operating their premises, right? If you are into business, you also have a team that you are setting that is based out in this particular office. they would like to have a particular ambience which suits your business requirements, that would attract good talent for you. So you would like to set up things right for them. You would like to set up processes, timelines, schedules, break related spaces for them, and you would like those spaces to be maintained accordingly. That is exactly where we come from. So that is facility management. Any ideal client for us would be a factory, a manufacturing facility, a commercial complex, IT park, any organization, any multi-billion dollar industry. Basically, it could be a residential township, it could be a residential society as such. So these are basically banking, financial sector. We have done a lot of work into that particular space because that particular space has a different challenge altogether. Retail segments, educational institutions. So this could be the potential clientele, public infrastructure, railways, airports, metro stations. So these are our potential clientele with whom we have been working. We have generated good amount of experience with them over a period of 15 years of being in this industry. So that's the ideal clientele. I don't remember what was the second question that you asked.
What are the services you provide for them? And I think you answered that within facility management,
Correct.
like what it does exactly.
Yes.
Can you tell me like how do models work? Like for example, suppose I own a corporate park, right? How does the process work with AccuServe? What do I come to you with? How does the financing go? Like how, if I'm somebody, how can I gauge an approximate budget? Is there some formula you guys have? How does it work?
So earlier there used to be some kind of thumb rule in the industry, but today it is no more relevant. Okay, today with the growing, changing expectations of owners, changing expectations of companies, everything has become unique. Everything has become very much personal. So where the client wants, what is the expectations, what is the purpose, we firstly deep dive into the requirements. We understand what is their challenges that they are facing at the moment, and then suitable solution is being proposed. So like for example, you mentioned that there is a real estate, you are basically owning a commercial property. So I would like to understand that what challenges you are facing, and then basically what kind of expenses you are currently spending, and what is your pain area. Like for example, if you are spending a lot on the energy expenses, on the ACs and everything, why you are spending more on that. So there would be an analysis for it, that probably you have what glass facade is. Glass facade is during the peak summer seasons, it heats a lot, and the kind of settings that you have done during the initial project phase was aligned with the 36 degrees Celsius, wherein your existing temperatures are rising currently about 42 degrees. That's the reason the AC is not able to accommodate nicely within the requirements. एंड उसके हिसाब से आपको चैलेंजेस आ रही है कि अभी ऑफिस मेरी गर्म हो रही है, मेरा मेंटेनेंस कॉस्ट बढ़ रहा है, मेरे एसी के खर्चे बढ़ रहे हैं, एनर्जी एक्सपेंसेस आर राइजिंग अप. सो वी कैन फिक्स दोज थिंग्स अकॉर्डिंगली बाय फर्स्ट अंडरस्टैंडिंग योर प्रॉब्लम्स, देन फिक्सिंग अप द राइट सोल्यूशन, and then probably having a system in place, continuously reviewing those mechanisms, and basically that's how we ensure that the end requirements are met. Similarly, goes with the security thing. Similarly, it goes with the housekeeping thing. We understand कि आपके existing systems किस तरीके से function कर रहे हैं. We propose the right setup for you. So there are different models that works in the industry. There is a cost plus model. There is an SLA model. Cost plus model में क्या होता है कि आप number of resources define करते हो साइट सर्वे रेकी करने के बाद में, कि लाइक फॉर एग्जांपल आई नीड सो मेनी नंबर्स ऑफ टेक्नीशियंस, सो मेनी नंबर्स ऑफ मेंटेनेंस स्टाफ, सो मेनी नंबर्स ऑफ हाउसकीपिंग पीपल, सिक्योरिटी गार्ड्स, गार्डलिंग स्टाफ. Depends the kind of facility that you're operating. You need a lift operator, you need a STP operator, sewage treatment plant operator, or you need a HVAC operator. So all of that is defined. The number of resources के against में the cost is allocated, and then there is a management fee or service charge that we bill to client. That is the first model, which is currently going on. Maximum like 95 to 98% of the organizations are going ahead with this particular model. The other model is a value-based model, service level agreement, or like I mentioned, a value-based model. उसमें क्या होता है कि you define outcomes. कि मेरा outcome ये है that I want my property to be neat and clean. It needs to be spotless. It has to be whenever I'm approaching the periphery area, the parking ramp, I need to have a valet parking driver available for me. Whenever I visit, there has to be a security guard attending me. The security protocols are nicely followed. The maintenance should be seamless. It has to be a proper preventive maintenance schedule. So it's a lump sum cost kind of a thing, which is defined, and that's how the billing also happens to our clients. So there are these two different models. The SLA based model is slowly gaining popularity. Earlier, this was the right model, because when facility management industry started in India, this concept came from the West. So earlier people used to focus more on this models, but as and when the industry has grown, people have started getting into the backward integration of costs, अंडरस्टैंडिंग कि ठीक है इसमें मार्जिन आपके कहाँ कहाँ पे है, क्या क्या है. सो नाउ पीपल वर लाइक कि नहीं, मुझे ये मेरा बेस कॉस्ट, इसके ऊपर के सर्विस चाहते और इतना ही मैं आपको पे करूँगा. बट उसके भी ड्रॉबैक्स है विच पीपल हैव रियली स्टार्टेड अंडरस्टैंडिंग, एंड दैट्स हाउ स्टोरी ग्रेजुअली पीपल आर मूविंग इनटू आउटकम बेस्ड मॉडल्स.
Understood. Understood. Yeah, I see how both of them covers different types of problems and solutions. And if you can tell me, like currently, what type of clients you're working in Mumbai and outside Mumbai, what scale and size they have, what industries they are in, like some of your top projects which you are currently handling.
So I would definitely not like to name the clients, but I would like to mention the sectors that we are doing. So we have done a lot of work into the banking financial space. So the real challenge over there is that they have got fragmented offices, different locations spread across various geographies across India. Every organization would have different set of branches. And let's say एक company के पास 200 branches है, किसी के पास 400 है. We have clients जिनके 3000 branches है. So इन branches पे catering the same kind of service, standard service with the right uniforms, the right ambience. You visit any branch in Mumbai, you visit any branch, let's say in Gandhidham, you'll find the same experience. A customer visiting that particular client across India would have the same kind of experience. Plus maintaining their assets. Maintain their assets as in their AC systems, your firefighting systems, your UPS systems, power backups, and all of that. That is one that we have done. The second clientele that we have, the bigger clientele, we do a lot of work into data centers. So data centers is a thing which is upcoming right now in India. Even the government of India is investing heavily on that. Mumbai 3.0 जो आ रहा है, Mumbai 3.0 is defined in a way कि मुझे सेमीकंडक्टर्स के लिए और डेटा सेंटर्स के लिए वो सेटअप गवर्नमेंट प्लान कर रही है. मोदी सरकार है रियली behind it कि हमें उसको उस तरीके से स्केल करना है. So that experience, we have been working with companies who have were the top 3 or top 5 companies into that particular space. We have done a lot of work into the ship management industry. That itself speaks volumes about, because if you name top 10 companies globally, I would say at least 5 or 6 of them are into our client list. We have done a lot of work into the offshore industry, marine and offshore industry, do oil drilling. So we have a lot of clients into that particular space. We have a lot of clients into the manufacturing space. We have also clients into the organized retail, education institution. So all these things that I have already mentioned, that who would be my ideal clientele. These are the clients with whom we have been working, and they are our ideal clients. That kind of models we have always worked into.
It's amazing to know. And I have always, like I mentioned before, appreciated the way you manage your staff. Right? It's one of the things. Because for us also, our biggest asset is our people. They are a reflection of our company. Without them, we wouldn't exist, we wouldn't grow. And if they are not happy, clients won't be happy. Clients are not happy, we are not happy. And it's just a circle of
Correct.
A circle of life, a circle of business. For somebody who is, because I'm guessing you'll employ thousands of people across the country, right? Why do they keep coming to AccuServe? Why do they stick with you? And what is the reason? Like at the core, what do you think about?
So presently, I would like to correct the numbers. We are having more than 3,000 employees currently working with us. It's been a fantastic journey, and why people would like to choose AccuServe. Before that, I would like to say why, what systems we have developed internally. So our business model itself is dependent on people. Today, if I take a particular contract, tomorrow I have to deploy those resources over there. Only if these resources are going to perform activities over there on a daily basis, that's how my business is going to survive, and the client is going to have a seamless experience. So having a motivated workforce on team involves a lot of practices, a lot of systems, a lot of recognition related mechanisms that would keep the employees motivated, which in turn would lead to client customer delight. So there are layers of deployment with AccuServe or with anybody into our facility management domain. So there is a site team and there is a back office team. So when we talk about site teams, there are different, the janitorial level, pantry boys, electrician, technicians, and all of that being supervised by a supervisor and then a facility manager. So there is a proper layer wherein the reporting mechanisms and everything is defined. That there is a career progression plan which is equally defined. So if a housekeeper wants to succeed in his life, he always knows कि ठीक है मैं आज housekeeper हूँ, कल मैं pantry boy बन सकता हूँ, tomorrow I have got a career progression plan. So there is a growth plan which is very much visible over there. Similarly, when we talk about back offices, one thing I would like to mention very specifically here, while we hire people, we have used a lot of technology, a lot of tools, that has been into. So AI, I think COVID के बाद ज़्यादा it has gained a lot of popularity only after COVID in India. But we have been using this technology since 2016, 2017 or so. So the systems are like, if anybody is interested in AccuSo, whenever we are hiring any candidate, for what role we are hiring, so there is a proper psychometric test, there is a competency test, which the person has to pass through, and then there are certain scores which is system driven. We have a particular benchmark that only if a person is basically catering up to 70% of a score, then that particular employee or a candidate is fit to join AccuSo. So the agenda is that we would like to hire people who are having like-alike minds, who would gel really well with the company's work culture, so that we can go along with them. A person who can relate with us, a person who can relate with our work culture. So that has shaped our organization from the initial days, because that has helped us in terms of retaining them, giving them a proper career progression, a growth plan, and then taking them forward into the race that we are all into. Plus, there is one more thing, which I would like to highlight. There's a lot of technology that helps while maintaining this kind of, because managing a workforce of 3,000 people is definitely not easy. It comes with its own set of challenges. So definitely, yes, there is a big HR team, there's a payroll systems, compliances systems, audit checks, mechanisms, then there are review mechanisms. Payslips is digitized, everything is digitized. Then there are tools related to employee grievances. If any employee is having any kind of a problem, we're working on a more advanced technology on this particular front. So we are basically working on a grievance cell, when employees can directly approach us without the mediation of their supervisors or managers, to have a one-to-one communication, direct communication, without having any masalas and on, because वो होता है ऑर्गेनाइजेशन में, थोड़ा थोड़ा होता ही है. So avoid वो सब चीज़ों को करने के लिए we want to feel कि ग्राउंड पे क्या हो रहा है. तो ग्राउंड पे जो रियलिटीज को जितना बेहतर हम समझेंगे, उनके पेन को जितना बेहतर हम समझेंगे, उतना ही बेटर वी विल लाइक टू गिव देम द बेस्ट एक्सपीरियंस व्हिच नोबडी एल्स कैन गिव. One thing which I was mentioning, the most important thing, very few companies into our domain are securing employees specifically. We have recently taken a group term insurance policy, which not everybody is doing in our industry, especially for the on-site people. So this policy gives our employees an advantage. They make them feel secure that if there is any अनहोनी अगर कुछ ऐसी हो जाती है, या कुछ ऐसे unknown circumstances or a death is occurring, at least their families are getting a particular compensation, because the client would not extend that kind of a support considering their own limitations. The employee does not belong to the client. The employee belongs to the contractor. The contractor has certain limitations, because we earn a basic management fee from the customer, from the contracts. It becomes very difficult to extend that kind of support to the family during difficult times. So this kind of policies, it at least helps. So I'll give you a very simple example. Like for the housekeeping category, let's say for example, we have a 5 lakh term insurance policy. The salaries that they get is around 15,000 a month. It is almost 2.5 years ka salary which their families are going to get on their death. So this is something that we have done unique for our people, and plus we keep on understanding कि और changing जैसे times आगे बढ़ रहे हैं, heart attacks बहुत ज़्यादा बढ़ गए हैं, unknown the kind of conditions in which they work, we try to improve their experience on ground. We try to fight with the customers if required. Okay, sir, we need basic facilities for our employees, some really good facilities, and the clients have been very much cooperative. People have also started realizing the importance, and that helps together. It's a win-win thing.
That's brilliant. Another thing that I would like to ask you is certain misconceptions, right? So many people look at facility management and there are so many different ways of thinking about it. What are the certain misconceptions that you face and normally in your day-to-day working, and which you would like to destabilize? Or
I would basically give a brief on this. There are two segments to it. So A is a layman who is not aware much about the facility management space. So there are different set of misconceptions with them. Any potential buyer who wants to have the facility management concept for the first time. So the misconceptions over there are different. And the second misconception is with the existing market with where we are working. So there are different misconceptions. I would like to target the first thing first. So if any potential buyer wants to buy facility management services or the concept for the very first time, so most of the people think that facility management is just about housekeeping or it's just about cleaning. But ideally it is a lot more than that. It's basically about an experience, it's basically about cost, and for various stakeholders, facility management has got different outcomes. So for a developer, it would be adding a lot of relevance to their asset, because today if they have built an asset, they have spent crores and crores of rupees into it. If it is effectively maintained, if it is nicely maintained, the life of that particular asset is going to be long, and it's going to add a lot of value to it. I can give you a very simple example. Today you look at a premium project like Oberoi's, a residential project. Today they are spending good amount of money into their maintenance. So that particular property, even if you sell after 15 years, you're going to get value for it. If you're buying an apartment in that particular society, you're going to get good value for it. Similarly, even a Mara is constructing a building, but within 6 months, because of bad maintenance, you can see कि उसकी value कितनी drop हो रही है. That makes a lot of difference कि why it is important to invest on facility management. Secondly, जैसे मैं बता रहा था कि it's not just about cleaning, it's about a lot more things, about the experience. So it's about maintenance, it's about the kind of experience. There's a lot of untouched areas that you only experience but you do not notice. When you enter an office, you find कि आपका जो temperature है, it has automatically gone now. You are into 23-24 degrees Celsius. That is facility management. We keep these systems running. You find a fresh fragrance. The kind of ambience that you experience while entering into an office. The moment you are sitting at your desk, everything is nicely organized. Or let's say, for example, you visit a cinema hall. You are basically sitting and the cup holders, you find everything is neat and clean, everything is nicely. This is the kind of experience that you get into a PVR is basically because of facility management. Facility management helps organization have a seamless experience to all the stakeholders who are experiencing the journey, with them. So that is a misconception. It's not just about the another misconception which others have is कि ये तो लेबर प्रोवाइडर है, मैन पावर प्रोवाइडर है, किसी भी प्रकार का मैन पावर आप इनको बोल लो ये आपको दे देंगे. तो नहीं सर, हम किसी भी प्रकार का मैन पावर में डील नहीं करते हैं. Our domain is an expert domain into real estate maintenance. If it is any kind of real estate, उसको मेंटेन करने के लिए जो भी एक्सपर्टीज लगती है, we provide only that kind of people. You want to have a cleaning staff, we are the right people for it. If you want to have people for maintaining your assets, we are the right people for it. We have really got inquiries. If you are into manpower outsourcing, can you provide me IT professionals? Sir, we are not into that domain. So these are the two misconceptions for any other company or a layman. Now the other misconception that our industry has, some harsh truths I would like to say, is that FM service providers, they made a lot of money. Value addition इनसे हमें हर चीज़ का चाहिए. You are running a multi-billion-dollar business. आपके shares quarter to quarter profits book कर रहे हैं, hit कर रहे हैं, and 2500 रुपए के वैक्यूम मशीन के लिए, 5000 रुपए के मटेरियल के लिए, या छोटी मोटी चीज़ों के लिए, extending that kind of value addition. See, provided if it is a big business volume, every company would love to do so. आजकल ऐसा हो गया कि 2 आदमी का कॉन्ट्रैक्ट है, 3 मैन पावर का कॉन्ट्रैक्ट है, उसके लिए भी अगर इस टाइप के वैल्यू एडिशन से people are expecting, then that is something, because eventually one more misconception people have that we are charging 25,000 for a housekeeper. वो एम्प्लॉय के हाथ में तो 15,000 ही आ रहा है, तो 10,000 का मार्जिन आप बना रहे हो. वो 10,000 का मार्जिन 10,000 नहीं है. देयर आर लॉट ऑफ थिंग्स इनटू इट. देयर आर PF, ESIC, लेबर कंप्लायंस, स्टेट वाइज लीव्स अलग अलग होते हैं, स्टैट्यूटरी बोनस होता है, ग्रेचुइटी होता है. वी हैव टू कीप आवरसेल्व्स इन लाइन विद द चेंजिंग लॉस. So running this kind of business also has a lot of challenges when it comes to maintaining the government compliances, and these compliances are not at national level. Maharashtra के compliances अलग है, गुजरात के compliances अलग है. Every state has got different rules. Certain things are of course central, but most of the things are also changing with the state rules. So वो सारी चीज़ें भी है that you have to maintain. तो वैसे सब कुछ करके आप देखेंगे तो margins हमारे पास जो होता है is a very thin margin industry. The management fees is what we get. And basically उसमें से ही we have to provide the kind of support that you get, that the clients get, our operations team, our training team, our recruitment teams, our procurement team, audit teams, our finance, helping into the GST returns and all kind of support which is necessary. Then the statutory compliances team, which helps in terms of labor compliances, because our clients become, they are the principal employer. So it is our responsibility to safeguard their interests as well. We cannot have anything into non-compliance that is tomorrow going to create problems for our clients. So that is one of the biggest responsibilities that AccuSoft takes while entering into contracts. So these are certain misconceptions which I wanted to highlight.
Amazing. Good to know now. I mean, you opened my eyes on certain things. And with everything that's happening in technology, AI, digital, where do you see this industry transforming, or do you think it is not going to be not going to change a lot with AI and everything? The way AI is changing a lot of other industries, do you see this industry having drastic change, or and so how?
Of course, yes. Technology is going to change a lot of things in future. See, every industry has got a particular phase. You have to change with the changing times. Today, if you look at it, a lot of buildings are having automation systems. We have also started experiencing into our day-to-day lives. पहले माइगेट नहीं हुआ करता था, आज माइगेट है. पहले आपको वीडियो डोर कॉन्फ्रेंसिंग नहीं हुआ करता था, आज वो है. तो जैसे जैसे सिक्योरिटी कंसर्न्स बढ़ रहे हैं, उस टाइप के प्रोटोकॉल्स पे सिस्टम्स भी इंस्टॉल हो रहे हैं बिल्डिंग्स में. पहले बैकअप सपोर्ट जो डीजी का होता था वो मैनुअल हुआ करता था. डीजल जनरेटर की मैं बात कर रहा हूँ. अभी सारी चीज़ें ऑटोमेटेड हो रही है. नाउ देर आर सिस्टम्स कमिंग अप विच इज़ गोइंग टू ऑटोमेट द होल थिंग, द एंटायर BMS कॉन्सेप्ट अंडर वन अम्ब्रेला, विच इज़ गोइंग टू ये एक बहुत बड़ा चेंज आगे जाके हम आई एम फोर्सिंग दिस दैट अर्लियर पीपल वर इनटू रिएक्टिव मेंटेनेंस, presently they are into preventive maintenance. The future is going to be about predictive maintenance. So the kind of data this AI is going to generate, building insights, data that the systems are going to generate, is going to help building owners and facility managers decide what exactly we need to do, how the system is functioning, when it needs a maintenance. Everything is going to be predictive and it is going to be nicely planned. So that is the future that I see. Definitely that AI is going to help. Plus this kind of technologies have really helped us managing our complex operations, managing our teams, maintaining and meeting the expectations of each and every client. Every client, although if it is from the same sector, let's say two IT companies, but both the IT companies will have a different expectation because the kind of experience that they want to create for their employees is totally different. So understanding their expectations, creating customized solutions for them, and then providing the right solution, implementing the right systems, having the right kind of reviewing mechanisms is where a lot of time involves. Meeting with our teams, having back-to-back discussions with them, having brainstorming sessions with them, finding areas of how we can solve customer challenges, customer problems. The technology is also helping us in all of these areas. So there are tools which has helped us. Digital pay slips, like I mentioned earlier in my conversation. तो डिजिटल पे स्लिप से क्या होता है कि पहले एम्प्लॉयज़ को कंसर्न्स हुआ करते थे कि सर मेरी सैलरी कितनी आ रही है, उसमें कुछ कट गया. स्पेशली द हाउस कीपिंग सेगमेंट, बेसिकली दे आर फ्रॉम द लोएस्ट स्ट्रेटा ऑफ द इकोनॉमी, दे आर गेटिंग मिनिमम वेजेस. सो उनको जो प्रॉब्लम्स आती थी, दे could not get any responses. Now that they are having everything in front of their eyes, their concerns are resolved. Plus, if you look at it, there are so many other technologies, like I mentioned about while hiring candidates, we are using automation tool which helps us choose the right candidate for our business. Similarly, for reports, dashboards that we share to our clients, visit reports that we share to our clients, and there are help desk tools, there are ticketing tools that keeps the communication easy, it keeps the systems transparent, and it basically helps us achieve the end objective, that is of providing a seamless experience to the customer. Most importantly, a lot of people have started selling or pushing technology as a jargon कि एक फोमो होता है कि मैं अगर टेक्नोलॉजी बेच नहीं रहा हूँ तो शायद मैं पीछे रह जाऊँगा इंडस्ट्री में. बट आई थिंक दैट्स अ वेरी रॉन्ग अप्रोच. जब आप कस्टमर से मिलते हो, जब आप क्लाइंट की प्रॉब्लम्स को अंडरस्टैंड करते हो, व्हेन यू ट्राई टू अंडरस्टैंड द रियल इशू, आपको उस प्रॉब्लम को सॉल्व करने के लिए जो टेक्नोलॉजी बेस्ट लगती है उतना इम्प्लीमेंट करके देखिए. स्लोली एंड ग्रेजुअली विद टाइम द एक्सपीरियंस इज गोइंग टू चेंज. You will start getting more insights about the customers' growing needs. Start implementing things accordingly. आप पहले ही सारी चीज़ें बेचने जाओगे तो कस्टमर को भी आप कंफ्यूज कर दोगे and it's not going to add the real value. Fix the problems, move forward, new things will come up. Start fixing those problems and that's how you gradually close the have a better customer experience. AccuSoft जर्नी जो आज हुई है इतने सालों की, हमने इस तरह के एक्सपीरियंसेस हमारे क्लाइंट्स को क्रिएट करा के दिए हैं. Our 90% of business has been organic, although client referrals. We last 4 to 5 years, around 2019 से लेकर 2023, we did not have any sales team as such, but the revenues have grown right from 15 crores to almost 100 crore business. And it has all been through the kind of experiences that we have created for our customers, the kind of journeys that they have experienced with us, with one office. Now they like the approach, they loved our services, and now they want to continue with us for their other offices across India, their other locations across India. So that is something which we believe in.
another question I would like to ask you is, for anybody who's going to join AccuServe, okay, what can they expect and why they should join it?
So Manan, AccuServe, the kind of approach that we have, while working, the kind of culture that we have a very young team. We have a very vibrant team, an enthusiastic team. The average size, the average age of people working with AccuServe would be 32. So that's the kind of people, with whom we are working. We have got a lot of Gen Z people working with us right now who are very much purpose driven, objective driven, and they know कि ठीक है जो काम करने हम वही बात करेंगे, उसके अलावा बाकी कुछ बात नहीं करें. सो दैट काइंड ऑफ कल्चर, ये आज से नहीं, जब से हमने कंपनी स्टार्ट की तब से हमने इसी कल्चर के ऊपर फोकस किया है. वी डू नॉट लाइक टू वर्क इन टू टू ट्रेडिशनल कॉन्सेप्ट्स के 9 बजे ऑफिस आओ, टाई पहनो, आप 6 बजे चले जाओ. सो वी आर वेरी मच अबाउट ऑब्जेक्टिव ड्रिवन कि आप क्या टेबल पे ला रहे हो, व्हाट वैल्यू यू आर क्रिएटिंग. वी आर मोर कंसर्न्ड अबाउट इट. We are not concerned about what timing you are coming or what timing you are going. If you're able to finish your work in, let's say, 4 hours, we are more than happy. So that kind of culture we have always promoted. Plus we, like I mentioned, कि हम लोग जो like minds को hire करते हैं. So the kind of, it's a very transparent kind of a work culture that we follow. So teamwork, collaboration, clarity is something which we have always given to our people. The objectives are very clear, that what is supposed to be done, how is it supposed to be done, what we need to achieve from this particular activity, and how are you basically contributing for this particular cause. So those concepts are clear right from day one. All the systems are designed in such a way that when the system starts functioning, it is very seamless experience for everybody. So this is the kind of culture that we have always tried to bring in place. One more thing I would like to highlight here is that what makes our team different, our approach different, is that we are very much transparent enough while we communicate to our clients as well. So a lot of people initially feel that they are very much transparent, कुछ ज़्यादा ही blunt है, कुछ ज़्यादा ही bold है, but we are very much honest with what their actual problems are और उनके actual solutions क्या होते हैं. कई बार ऐसा होता है कि आपके problems है that you don't want to spend on maintenance, you are considering maintenance as a cost, but when we tell you that, sir, that is the real solution, you have to spend on maintenance, because if today you are spending on the preventive maintenance, tomorrow your asset life is going to increase. Tomorrow you will not have to spend more on the capex cost. कई बार लोगों को लगता है कि दे आर पुशी, दे आर वेरी मच ट्रांसपेरेंट, कुछ ज़्यादा ही बोल्ड है, अपने आप को कुछ समझते हैं, बट सर ऐसा बिल्कुल भी नहीं है. वी आर जस्ट बीइंग ऑनेस्ट विद आवर जॉब. इफ़ यू आर हायरिंग एन एक्सपर्ट, if you're hiring somebody like AccuServe to fix your problems, we come with that kind of an expertise. Our team come with that kind of an expertise, that we are here to solve your problems. We would like to share a very transparent communication, like it or not, but we're here to solve your problems. और ऐसे हमने बहुत सारे कस्टमर्स की जर्नी देखी है. दे हैव ट्राइड डिफरेंट थिंग्स, बट दे हैव कम बैक कि नहीं, आप जो बता रहे थे दैट वाज एक्चुअली द राइट सोल्यूशन, बट ड्यूरिंग दैट एंटायर फेज दे एंडेड अप स्पेंडिंग अ लॉट मोर देन व्हाट वाज इनिशियली प्लान्ड. So this makes a lot of value, and that kind of things, these things also motivate our team, because we share a very special bond with our people. We try to tell them कि अगर आपसे नहीं हो रहा है आप मना कर दो. Don't bluff around with customers. आप ये मत बोलो कि सर हो जाएगा, 1 घंटे में होगा, 4 घंटे में होगा. If you're giving a deadline, make sure you bloody achieve that particular deadline. But if you are not sure about it, you tell them, सर 2 दिन लगेगा, 4 दिन लगेगा, immediately मैं नहीं कर पाऊंगा. Be very much transparent. We have seen interactions with our teams when they meet clients बोल देते कि यार हमें ये चाहिए, हमें ये चाहिए, ये चाहिए. There are teams जो हाँ में हाँ मिला लेते हैं. I am very proud to have a team जो हाँ में हाँ नहीं मिलाती है. वो क्लाइंट को राइट सोल्यूशन देते हैं, राइट कॉस्ट देते हैं, बट इंश्योर करते हैं कि लॉन्गर रन पे वो क्लाइंट के लिए फ़ायदेमंद हो, वो क्लाइंट के भले के लिए हो, क्लाइंट कहीं भी कॉम्प्लायंसेस में, स्टैट्यूटरी लॉज में कॉम्प्रोमाइज़ ना करे. तो ये सारी चीज़ों का ध्यान रख के हमारी टीम उनको अप्रोच करती है. सो दैट काइंड ऑफ कल्चर वी हैव बिल्ड. इट डेफिनेटली बूस्ट्स अ लॉट ऑफ कॉन्फिडेंस विद इन आवर टीम. They love the way AccuServe supports them, backs their decisions. So this is something which is essential for every business, because हमारा जो business है, या कोई भी प्रकार का business आप देख लो आज के डेट में, आप कितने भी systems लगा लो, आप कितना भी technology लगा लो, आप कितना भी चीज़ें लगा लो, लास्ट में it is the people who are going to drive your business. If they don't buy with your thought process, everything fails. So it's important that you make them very clear with why we are doing this, what are we doing, what is it going to achieve, where it is going to lead us. All of that, if clarity is provided right from day one, the experience after that is going to be seamless.
Beautiful. We've had so much amazing information from you today and so much to learn. We're going to conclude this podcast soon, and I would like to ask you, how has your experience been working with us? And
We have had a good experience working with Marketing Crew for sure, and that's basically one of the reasons why we started earlier with just a website, a small thing, and now we are also getting into different services, different solutions of yours. We're utilizing your services. So Manan bhai, definitely, you're also very innovative, ahead of time. Ke bhai, these are the things which are coming up. I think this is the right approach for your business. You should try this at least. So that kind of inputs are very important. So as a customer, that is not my core domain. It is your core domain. So I have to believe in you. I have to understand that if you're coming up with something, there is a purpose behind it. If I feel that this is the right fit for my business, I'm definitely going to go ahead with it. So that approach is really good, which I have loved it. And I think we are all into similar approach. When I deal with my clients, even I have the same approach. Sir, ये भी है, ये भी आप देखो क्या करना है. अगर आपको ये चीज़ पसंद आ रही है, try it out at least.
exactly.
Right. So it has been a beautiful journey working with you, Manan.
Same here. I hope it continues for years to come, and we're a part
Of
of
course,
taking
of
it
course,
from 100 to now 1,000 crores. I think that's the future.
That 100% it's going to come.
It will come. Thank you again, and we hope to be with you for the longest of time and share this journey with you and be a part of it in every way we can.
Of course, yes. Thank you. Thank you.